Hello.
Hello.
So hi to everyone. Thank you so much for coming along. Welcome to our Veterinary Zoological Society pub quiz hosted by the Expedition Project. Just to go and introduce ourselves, hi, I'm Nirvana from Edinburgh.
I'm Izzy, I'm from Nottingham.
And I'm Yashu from RBC.
Awesome. So again, thank you everyone for joining. Hopefully you'll enjoy our quiz tonight that we've got set up for you. We've basically got 3 rounds, and then if we have some extra time, then we've got like a quick fire bonus round to finish off with where you could be joining us live on stream. So all you're going to need in front of you is pen and paper. Make sure you've got your team together if you've entered as a team. Unhealthy snacks and drinks are, of course, compulsory for this evening's quiz, so make sure you're well stocked up. And remember, don't write your answers in the comments, just write them on the paper in front of you. We do have some prizes up for grabs tonight as well. So the top scoring student at each university will win a tracker book, which I think we have a photo of one ready to show you, hopefully. Here one is. A tracker manual for when you do get your trips over to South Africa. And the top scoring student overall will get a 20% discount for a trip with the Expedition Project, maximum of 2 weeks. So yeah, make sure you send us your scores in. So hopefully that gave you a taste of some of the things that you can get up to on a project. Obviously, we're waiting for travel to reopen and for us to get back out there again. But fingers crossed, not too far away. So yeah, like I said, we'll collect scores off people at the end. So we're also trusting you guys, obviously, not to use your phones and not to use Professor Google. But for now, we're just going to see those teams that we've got signed up to join today's quiz. Cool. So hopefully all our teams are here today. Izzy, looks like you got some love coming in the comments there.
Yeah,
Molly. Awesome. So hopefully everyone's online now, and of course make sure you filled in your picture round. Sorry, forgot to say that before. That was released on the event. Cool. So I think if I haven't forgotten anything, ladies, remind me if I have. Then we'll get started with our first round. So this is a general knowledge round, and there are 10 questions overall, and we will give you the answers at the end of the round. Okay, good luck, everyone. Thanks, Tanya. All right, so kicking off with question number 1. This was sent in to us by Nkonzo. What species belong to the big 5? So can you name the species that belong to the big 5? Of course, you're looking for 5. And you're going to need all 5 if you want to get those marks. Cool. So hope you had enough time for that one. We will head on to question 2. So following on from that, where does the term Big Five originate from? That's question 2. Where does the term Big Five originate from? So hopefully you've got them, and then hopefully now maybe you do know where it comes from, maybe you don't. Did you guys know the answer to this one? Not giving anything away?
No, I don't think I did know the answer to this one. I'm not sure I could even name the Big Five, to be honest. Like, I know 4 of them maybe, but it's a bit embarrassing, yeah.
No, same. I had no idea where the term came from either.
No. Obviously need to, clue up on my own quiz knowledge for when I have to take part in an exotics quiz myself.
Awesome. So we will head on to question 3. And hopefully, with the power of technology, we'll welcome Kelly from the Dyer Island Conservation Trust. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, everyone. How are we?
We're good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. So I'm one of the biologists with Marine Dynamics Shark and Whale Tours and the Marine Dynamics Academy here in Gansbaai, South Africa. I have 2 questions for the teams relating to one of the animals that we specialize in, and that is the great white shark. So the first question is, what animal is known to hunt and kill great white sharks? And the second question is, based on its place in the food chain, what type of predator is a great white shark?
Awesome questions. So those are questions
Thank
3
you.
and 4 of the knowledge round.
Good luck, everyone.
Awesome. Little interlude there from South Africa. It's always cool.
I know, popping in from
Yeah.
across the wave.
Awesome.
I love
So
sharks.
yeah. So just a very quick recap. What animals are known to hunt and kill great white sharks? And based on its place in the food chain, what type of predator is a great white shark? So those are questions 3 and 4. Okie dokes. So we'll move on to question 5. What is the biggest land carnivore in the world? And this was sent in by the Endangered Wildlife Trust. What is the biggest land carnivore in the world? Again, I don't think I would have known the answer to this.
Yeah, it's not what you think.
The beauty of being backstage.
Yeah, giving a few quiz clues there from the know-all.
Cool. So we'll head on to number 6, the knowledge round.
Should we just answer so someone sent in a question like, where do we send our answers? So we're just going to do kind of, if you write down your answers at home where you're at, and then if at the end of the quiz round, then we'll go through how many marks you got for each question, and then it will just be a kind of truth test, and hopefully you'll all be truthful. So I hope that helped.
Thanks, Izzy. Sorry, I missed that one. So yeah, we're on to question 6. So again, sent in from Endangered Wildlife Trust. What is the most endangered carnivore in Southern Africa? It's just popped up on screen. What is the most endangered carnivore in Southern Africa? Cool. Hopefully you guys had enough time to chat about that in your teams. We will head on to question 7. Question 7 is a true or false question. So true or false? Oh, ostriches have 3 toes per foot. Do they not? 3 toes? Cool. So we have another true or false question for you. So this will be question 8. True or false? Guinea pigs are classed as extinct in the wild. True or false? Guinea pigs are classed as extinct in the wild. Bit of an interesting one. Bit of veterinary. Yeah, the humble guinea pig.
Something everyone's very familiar with, at least. Take us away from some of the more exotic animals.
Cool. And so we'll head on to question 9, penultimate question of this round. And the question is, what is South Africa's national bird? Hopefully we've got some South Africans maybe watching tonight. What is South Africa's national bird? Again, we'd probably had to read up on this one. Tricky, but we're going to have some tricky questions in there. Cool. And we'll head on to our last question of knowledge round, which was sent in to us by Sibuya Wilderness Trust. Which one of these animals practice social grooming or allo grooming? So is it the Buchel's zebra, the Nyala, the impala, or the blesbok? You got a 1 in 4 chance if you have no idea. Cool. So hopefully that's given you guys enough time to answer those questions. If anyone needs anything repeated, let us know in the comments. We'll take a little look if you'd like any of those questions said again. But if that's us good, then I think we'll do the answers for this round. I'll give you guys a quick minute. So are there any questions that we're seeing needing to be repeated? All good? Cool. Thanks, Julian. Telling us it went well. That's very kind. Cool. So we'll head back to question number 1, which was, what species belong to the big 5? And the 5 animals we needed were the black rhino, and it had to be the black rhino, the lion, the elephant, the Cape buffalo. I think, will we accept buffalo? There's just buffalo. Will we accept that?
That's the question. There's quite a lot of species of buffalo.
Izzy has spoken. Must be Cape buffalo. And we're also looking for the last one, which is the leopard. So it was the black rhino, lion, elephant, Cape buffalo, and leopard. And if you got 4 out of the 5, then that's half, but you needed all of them right to get a full mark for that. There's only 1 mark available, but the full 5 for the full mark. Okay, heading on to question 2, which was, where does the term the big 5 originate from? And it was actually a hunting term. So a hunting term was the answer we were looking for. It was originally used by British settlers to indicate the 5 most dangerous animals to hunt on foot, which I thought was interesting. I didn't know it was related to hunting. I thought it was related to like conservation and wildlife spotting, but
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Maybe just like, people going out there on holiday or something, but obviously I'm a bit too narrow-minded.
No. Yeah, so the answer we were looking for was hunting term. So question number 3, which was presented by Kelly. Is Kelly still with us to do the answers? I'm not sure if she is. If not, no worries, that's fine. So it was, what animals are known to hunt and kill great white sharks? And the answer was the orca or the killer whale. So you could have either orca or killer whale. Same thing. And question number 4, based on its place in the food chain, what type of predator is a great white shark? And it's an apex predator. So top of the food chain, going back to like biology, I think it was maybe GCSE, A level, can't remember. The answer was apex predator. Cool. So question 5 of this round was, what is the biggest land carnivore in the world? And the answer was a polar bear. A polar bear. So another one of our endangered species, but again, I didn't know it was the biggest. Land.
Yeah, maybe you got into that Africa mindset as well, tricking you.
Yeah. Trying to trip you up. But then heading back to Africa, we had question 6, which was, what is the most endangered carnivore in Southern Africa? And the answer was the African wild dog. That is the most endangered carnivore in Southern Africa. How are people doing? They're doing all right? We've got anyone in the comments want to be? Is it all right? Not too hard?
Yeah, let us know if we're going too fast as well, because obviously we can't see you all. So yeah, just let us know in the comments how quickly we're going. Yeah.
Cool. So heading on to question 7. So it was a true or false question. Ostriches have 3 toes per foot. Do they have 3 toes per foot? Actually, they do not. That was false. They only have 2 toes. How on earth such a large bird balances on just 2 toes, or 4 toes, I guess. I have no idea. But yeah, so that was actually false, that one. Only 2 toes. So then question 8 of this round, another true or false question, was guinea pigs are classed as extinct in the wild. And this is actually true. The guinea pig is categorized higher than other critically endangered animals, but of course we know there are an abundant species, especially in the veterinary world. I don't know, do you two like guinea pigs? I'm not a big fan of guinea pigs myself.
Oh, they're so cute. I love them.
Oh.
Can't wait to grow up and have some.
A lot of love for guinea pigs here. Tiny is all good. 4 correct so far. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Awesome. So we'll head on to question 9. So the answer to question 9, question 9. Oh, Josh smashing it as well. Was, what is South Africa's national bird? And the answer was the blue crane. The blue crane. Cool. And then the last one of this round, which is question number 10. Which one of these animals practice social grooming or allo grooming? And the answer was the impala. The impala. I think I probably would have gone zebra there, but the answer is impala. Cool. So that is the end of the end of round 1. Too difficult, too easy? Let us know what you think in the comments. Be great to have your feedback. But I'll now hand over to Izzy to give us the answers for the picture round.
Sounds good. So hopefully everybody's had enough time now to get your picture rounds filled in. So we're just going to go through the answers to that now, so you can all know how you did. So I just wanted to produce this round as like a fun intro to the quiz and get your like quiz brains working. And then hopefully you all enjoyed it and weren't too put off by my first time editing skills. So yeah, we'll start off with the animal skulls and go through in order. I hope that it wasn't too hard for everyone and it wasn't too long as well. So yeah, the first round was match the skull to the correct animal. So the first question was like, well, which skull was from this animal? And this was actually a platypus skull. So, well, yeah, it was just this long beak-like skull was, yeah, just a platypus, and hopefully you all realised that. Yeah, this was maybe the easiest one. And then then the next question was about the chameleon skull. So the next one was the chameleon. So this was maybe given away by its characteristic bony prominence on the back of its skull. So this is actually a form of horn, like a cow horn, but just on a chameleon, which I didn't know. So that was very exciting. So I was really surprised by the next one. So this was actually a killer whale skull or orca skull. So yeah, I guess this does make sense as it's part of the dolphin family and a mammal, and I guess they do have really long mouths. But yeah, I was just really surprised about how kind of mammalian it looked. So yeah. So number 4 was maybe a little bit difficult because I just gave you so many birds to think about. But hopefully you worked out that this one was a penguin skull. So yeah. So number 5. So this one, I mean, all of them surprised me. I obviously went for some quite interesting animals, and I thought that this one looked like a bit of a cyclops. But it's actually an elephant skull, and then the large hole in the middle is where the nasal cavity is, so where the trunk attaches. So I thought that was really interesting. And then hopefully the next one was a little bit easier, or some of you had seen this before from just all of your exotics knowledge. So hopefully from the large canines and the broad skull, you realize that this was a lion skull. So our next one. So I thought that the teeth on this skull were really interesting, and I was really surprised. This was a seal skull, and the teeth are apparently shaped like that to crush shells and crustaceans. So I don't know whether that's coming up. Maybe we have a little bit. Hey. Oh, there we go. Yeah, very exciting shaped teeth. And then finally for this round, we have the loris skull. So hopefully some of you were able to recognize those huge eye sockets and realize that this belonged to an animal with extremely huge eyes. Yeah, so we had a loris skull. It was, yeah.
Just coming up, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've all got it in front of you and hopefully know what you're... There we go. Yeah. And yeah, I just thought this one was really interesting. I saw a loris in real life. So when I was coming up with this round, I was like, oh, I'll put one of them in. And then, yeah, beautiful eyes. So the next round is we had a famous animal artist round. So hopefully you found this round quite fun and not too difficult. And the goal of this round was to work out which artist was being portrayed, and then you had to create like an animal pun with their name. So our example that we gave was Rembrandt. I don't know if that's on its way. So yeah, hopefully that explains the concept to you. And then I've decided that there are going to be 2 marks for each question. So 1 mark for the artist being correct, and the second one for the complete pun.
Izzy, we've actually just got a question for you in the comments, which is from Tanya. Which what is a loris?
Well, a loris is kind of like, I don't know whether it is a marsupial. Like, it kind of looks like a marsupial, and they're found in Asia. And they have really large eyes that kind of reflect light in the nighttime. So hopefully that will be a good answer for you, but maybe someone can look that up whilst I'm presenting the rest of the round and send a better answer across.
We'll see if we can get a picture in the comments or something like that. But afterwards, don't look it up yet, Tanya. Not yet.
Yeah, so our first animal artist pun that we had, that you had to guess, was Vincent van Gogh. So hopefully he's coming up now.
Oh no, where is he? Vincent.
Oh well, not to worry. we'll move on to the next one that you had to guess. So hopefully you recognize the kind of pop art vibes and you realize that this was Andy Warthog. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So this was the next one was a bit of a latecomer to my mind. I found it very entertaining coming up with these. So the next one that we had was Giraffe.
So good. The hair. It's the hair. Just matching.
Yeah, I think if you like clicked on the editing of my PowerPoint, you just have loads of like random people, because I just took them off whole pictures of entire people and just like cut out their hair. So I think it would be very horrifying.
Stole their hair.
Oh yeah, that's Vincent van Gogh. Yeah, if you didn't see that earlier. Okay, so after Giraffe, we had Pablo Picasso. So hopefully that was a bit of an easier one for you. I don't know. And then coming up after him, we had Salvador Dali. So hopefully you were able to recognize him from his wonderful mustache and expressive eyes. And then the next one might have been a little bit harder for everyone, depending on how well you know your artists. So the next one was Henry Mantis, which isn't as catchy, but you have to give me a break. So second to last one that we have coming up is Leonardo da Vinci. And I didn't want to make it too easy for you because I could have spread him out in the classic Leonardo da Vinci way, but that also would have taken quite a lot of editing maybe. And then finally, this one was my favorite one to make. This is Frida Kahlo.
Just so good. Really impressive.
So I hope that you all enjoyed that round. So we'll move on to the poo round. We might just show up the answers to this round just to move us along a little bit. But hopefully you have the sheet up in front of you, like I said. So the first poo was a square poo, which hopefully all you Vetty people recognised as a wombat poo. So their dry environment means that their feces comes out more formed. The second one was really surprising. So this was blue whale poo, and they can excrete up to 200 litres in one bowel movement, and their poo forms a good fertiliser for sea algae, apparently. And I was really shocked about how red it was. So the next one is hyena poo, and it's bright white from all of the calcium that they consume in bones, which is exciting. And then we kind of went back to the sea creatures, and the next one that we had is otter poo, which is why it had so many undigested fish bits in it. So yeah, that was exciting. And then hopefully the next one was a little bit easier for everyone. So this is the poo of a buffalo. So it should be similar-ish to regular cow poo, but the dry conditions mean that it's more formed. Then we had an owl poo. So I saw this for the first time on placement recently, and I was so excited, or like they also call them owl pellets. So similarly to the otters, they have all their undigested bits of prey in their feces. So it was just hair and like their bones. So the second to last one is the panda poo. So they produce 10 kilograms of bamboo-laden feces per day, giving it its green color. And I was surprised to find out that some people in China were like cleaning it and making it into toilet roll. So that's a nice little factoid for everyone. And then hopefully you might have recognized the last one as civet poo, which has become a really luxury product. So they eat coffee cherries and poo them out partially digested. And then these are turned into what's meant to be a higher quality product, but it was just described by critics as bad. So yeah, and then finally from our early release picture rounds, we had a word smash round. So you had to work out the answer to the question to give a famous musician and then combine it with the animal in the picture. So our example was the answer to the question was Catherine Jenkins, and then it was a meerkat, so we made Meerkatterin Jenkins. So there are 2 marks up for grabs here. So there's one for working out who the musician is, and then the second mark is for combining it with the animal. So our first one that we had was Justin Bieber was the answer to the one with the beaver. There we are. So Justin Bieber was scouted at 13 for singing Hearts All Over the World Tonight by Chris Brown. So I hope you all got that one. And then the next one was C. Bastille. So 1 mark for Bastille and the second mark for C. Bastille. So hopefully you knew that the 14th of July, I think, is Bastille Day. And hopefully you all know your fish, because there were quite a lot of fish kind of related questions going on. So our next one was Justin Timbersnake. So
This is my favorite.
Justin Timberlake gets you the first point, and then combined with snake to form Justin Timbersnake. Yeah, I love Justin Timberlake. So I had to come up with something. So the next one was Tina Tuna. So the answer to this was Tina Turner, and then with her first husband Ike, they produced famous songs such as Proud Mary, and then this was combined with tuna to form Tina Tuna. So I didn't know that she was Swiss, American-born Swiss. That was surprising to me, and I didn't know what her real name was, but hopefully some of you did. And the next question had the mouse and was Swedish Mouse Mafia as the answer. So Swedish House Mafia topped the charts in 2012 with Don't You Worry Child, which I'm sure everyone is familiar with because it was a huge hit. And then this was combined with the mouse to form Swedish Mouse Mafia. So we're 3 from the end now with the really long round. So the next question, the answer was Fleetwood Mackerel. So Stevie Nicks, of course, heads Fleetwood Mac, and then this combined with mackerel forms Fleetwood Mackerel. Our second to last one, and some of the favorites of Nirvana and Roger. So the next question, the answer was Lana Del Rey. So Lana Del Rey produced Young and Beautiful for Baz Luhrmann's film The Great Gatsby, and this was combined with a llama to form Lana Del Rey. So hopefully that wasn't too difficult for everyone, because, yeah, I guess maybe you don't know that she was the main producer for that film. And then our final one was Dua Lipa. So Dua Lipa is the artist, and then combined with Lima, this formed Dua Lipa. So that was the end of that round. I went a bit quickly just to try and save some time, but if anyone missed any of the questions, then they can ask in the comments, or we can kind of send an answer sheet at the end. So hopefully it was a bit different for everyone. Everyone enjoyed that round. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, so now we're going to be doing anagrams. So we're just going to put anagrams on the screen, and your job is going to be to unscramble them and find the name of an animal. So I think our first one should be coming up now-ish. Hopefully. Okay, I always found anagrams really tricky, but if any of you need that like repeated, you could just like let us know and we'll repeat it for you. So I guess we're gonna go through the answers now. If everyone feels like they need more time, like just comment and I'll stop. So yeah, Okay, that was our anagram round.
Do you want to go through the answers again, just in case anybody missed them? Yash, 'cause I know that went quite quickly, that video.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll go through the answers again for you guys if you missed anything. So yeah, just like comment and let us know. Cool.
I'll just mention, like, whilst we're in a little interlude, so if you're enjoying the music like Josh was, then the music was kind of like sent to us by one of Roger's students, who produces music. So if you want to check it out, then he's called Confluence on Spotify, I think he's on, and I assume he's on YouTube as well. So yeah, if you enjoyed that, look at Confluence. Thanks, guys. So
Cool. Yes. We head on to the. Is it video round? Video round next.
Yeah, video round answers.
Food. I just couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I went to the fridge and I opened.
What the hell?
Yeah, so that was just a little review of what all the clipped videos were that you received and were sent out in the early release video. So now we'll play the full videos and then we will tell you the answers that we wanted after we play the full videos.
Food. I just couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I went to the fridge and I opened up the meat drawer. You know what the meat drawer is, right?
Yeah. What was in there?
Well, I'll tell you what was in there. You know that bacon that's like maple? It's got maple flavor.
The maple kind, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah. What the hell?
So we hope you enjoyed some of those videos and hopefully it took you back a bit because quite a lot of them were from quite a few years ago. So you got to review some of your viral favorites. Then obviously, well, Yash had quite a lot of fun going through all the viral videos and looking for them. It was a good way to spend an afternoon. So of course, number one to ease you in a little bit, was the shocked chipmunk. So you get a mark for shocked chipmunk, or any other kind of like word for shocked that you can think of. We're not excluding anyone. So the second video, we have 2 marks up for grabs for this question. So for 1 mark, you could answer bacon, and there's a bonus mark if you knew that it was maple bacon. So surprisingly, this video has over 200 million views on YouTube after it was uploaded in 2011. So number 3 is one of my favorites. Embarrassingly, I just find it really funny. And hopefully some of the not second years will remember this from GI when some of the lecturers decided to show it to us. So the fart must have been pretty bad, because the answer is the cat threw up after the dog farted.
It never gets old, that one.
So number 4 was another popular dog video. So the dog starts running in his sleep, and then he runs into a wall at the end, which I'd never seen before, but I thought was pretty funny. Number 5, so hopefully you've seen this one. I'd never seen this one, but apparently this was like huge a few years ago. So the baby panda sneezed so hard that it made its mum jump. And then finally, which is Roger's favorite, he couldn't stop talking about this video, the penguin takes a fall. And I also think that this one is hilarious, and the sound always cracks me up. So we hope you enjoyed that round as well. Bit of a mixed media going on. So something just to break it up. And then I think Yash will take us into the sound round.
Okay, so I guess everyone make sure they got like their volumes turned up or their headphones on. I really hope the sounds play through okay. So yeah, don't worry, like we'll give you options to choose from for like which animal is making what sound. So our first sound is like a mating call. I think it should play now. Okay, so that mating call is either a grizzly bear, an ox, a koala, or an elephant. So, wonder who made that mating sound. Okay.
Should we have it for a second time? Should we do 2 playthroughs? I don't know if anyone.
Okay, I'll just repeat the options, I think. Yeah, so that sound is either a grizzly bear, an ox, a koala, or an elephant. So all very different animals to each other. But I can see that sound coming out of all of them, so we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I guess now we can play the second sound, which is the language of the... Okay, so that is either a hippo, a cow, a pig, or a black bear. So now we'll have it for a second time. Okay. All right. I'll repeat the options again. It's either a hippo, a cow, a pig, or a black bear. So now let's go to sound 3, which are some gentler, softer sounds. So, yeah. So cute. That's my favorite one because it's like so tiny and cute. Oh, but the animal might not be tiny, so that wasn't a hint technically. So that's either a goat, an alpaca, a mountain lion, or a llama. So yeah, we'll have it again maybe. Yeah, so just to repeat, that's either a goat, an alpaca, a mountain lion, or a llama. All right, now for an animal that seems a bit more angry than the other ones. Wonder what happened to it. But it's either a seagull, a fox, a coyote, or a pigeon. So just play that again. All right, and now for our last sound, which I genuinely mistook for an alarm. So play that now. Okay, so that sound is either an emu, a pelican, a gibbon, or a squirrel. So maybe just have a repeat of that. Yep, so that's either an emu, a pelican, a gibbon, or a squirrel. So hopefully everyone got that. And we're just gonna go over the answers now. So for the mating call of the koala, if we can have that played again. Right, so that's a koala. More often than not, like if you hear bellowing sounds from the koalas, it's from male koalas to attract a mate. But this isn't the only sound that koalas make. They also snarl and squeak. So yeah. Now for the second sound. So that's like a hippo honking above water. So if you ever come across a hippopod, some people say that it sounds like deep laughter. So yeah. For the third cute sound. Yep. So that was an alpaca. When in danger, alpacas make like a very high-pitched bleat, but if your alpaca is comfortable, it will make a soft humming with its nasal palate. So yeah, pretty cool. Right, now for the fourth sound. This one is my favorite because it's actually what the fox says. I don't know if you guys have seen that song from ages ago, but yeah, this is what the fox says. Foxes can identify each other's voices the same way humans can, and the red fox has about 28 different sounds that they use to communicate with each other, from yips to howls. So yeah, now for the alarm sound. So that was a gibbon. Their like whooping is loud enough to penetrate the dense Southeast Asian forest that they call home. And I'm currently in Singapore, so like we occasionally will see like a gibbon sighting, which is pretty cool. So in groups, they'll sometimes use these vocalizations to warn each other of danger. So if there's a snake in the area or predators, then that's what they do. So yeah, that was, I believe, the last, no, was that the last round? Not sure, but that's the end of the sound round. So
yeah, that was the last round before we have our tiebreaker round to find out who wins. So if everybody wants to add up their scores, so I just worked out like what each round was worth. So the knowledge round was worth 10 marks. The picture round was out of 48 marks. The anagrams was out of 8. the video round was out of 7, and the sound round was out of 5. So I think the total marks are 78. So if people want to add up their scores and then send in how many marks they got for the quiz, then we'll see who goes head to head to do the tiebreaker for the big prize.
Yeah, so just send in. Are we just sending in answers into comments? Is that right, guys? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Cool.
Just comment them. Yep. How much do you think you guys would have got on this quiz if you didn't know the answers?
Yeah, I don't think it would have gone too well for me, to be honest.
Same.
It would have been very disappointing.
No, I reckon less than half. Yeah.
Definitely after that grand prize.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so if you score like even half of that, right? Like, well done, good job. Like, that's impressive.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'll keep an eye on the Facebook comments. Sonic Hedgehog coming in with 56. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh, that's
61.
good.
If you've not signed up to the StreamYard, you might come in as a Facebook user. So if you just say what your quiz name is, then that would be really great as well.
Yeah, because otherwise we can't give you your prizes.
Or if you're a new team, then just kind of make up a name. Or if you're an individual, just give us your name. Oh, okay,
But
cool.
we're teams and doctors. Aw. Everyone's welcome on this stream.
We love a bit of diversity.
Okay, cool. Okie dokes.
Wow, after this world, you did so well. This team obviously knew my love of Justin Timberlake, named themselves accordingly.
Ooh, the Quack Queen.
The Quack Queen, yeah. Oh, thanks, Tanya. It's very sweet. So, who's the highest we've got so far? Looks like potentially Molly with or Otter This World with 70 out of 78. Wow, that's cracking. Nice. Looks like our highest score that we've got a few 61, 68.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we'll have to do a bit of a deliberation as well about who we think is going to be our top name of the quiz.
Ooh.
Maybe if there are any new teams, then feel free to send us your quiz names. Just say that you're a new team and send us your quiz names, and then we will consider you for.
Oh, Pandemonium. That's so cute.
Love it. 65. So yeah, lots in the 60s, but it still looks like Otter This World is our top score. And if we've got your team name, then we can figure out who is the highest scoring one of each university. And I guess we'll each be in touch with those students to let them know how we can get them their prize.
So I guess this is a new team name, maybe. Coming in from Alice Gilbert. Yeah, everybody has done so incredibly. Like, I definitely would not have done this well, I don't think.
No way.
And
So
even
what
when I was
did you-
producing my questions, I was looking at other people's examples online and trying to work them out. And I just couldn't. I was finding it so difficult.
What were you guys most surprised by? Like, from the answers, what was the one thing you learned making the quiz? Because mine was the 2 toes thing. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I looked that up, like, just to check. Like, even when the answer came up, I was like, surely not. Surely they cannot support their whole bodies on just 4 toes. But
Yeah,
now I've had
They're
pictorial
cute.
evidence of the toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely in disbelief about that.
Yeah, I don't know which one. Some of the skulls like were just crazy. They were, you know, like I said, the killer whale skull. Even the seal skull was really weird. Like, I don't think I would have known all of those.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
So, Happy Hippo's got 29. That's pretty good. You know, we'll take that. I don't think I would have done much better.
Yeah.
It's fine. Good score.
Yeah, hopefully you still had fun when you came along. Didn't find it too difficult.
More importantly, hopefully you learned something, you know?
If anyone's still adding up scores, just like probably pop us a little like, hold up, like we're adding up in the comments. But otherwise, it looks like we might not need the tiebreaker, ladies. What do we think?
No, I don't think so. I think we have a clear winner.
Maybe we should, because it's a team, maybe we should invite the team to go head to head for the prize. How do we feel about that?
We could do that.
We could do that, yeah.
Just that we have one definitive winner. How would Otter This World feel about coming on and going head to head against each other?
Oh,
We'll wait to hear back from them, but
because we do have pretty cool tiebreaker questions. Very random.
yeah, it'll be very quick fire.
Yeah.
And it's not knowledge based, so don't worry about it being like pressurized. It's I mean, maybe some people know the answers to these questions, but I definitely would not. So I don't think it's knowledge based.
No. Oh no, they've gone quiet.
Oh, I was going to send Molly a little message just to see whether she wanted to join.
Yeah, I'll see if I've got a message from them.
Oop. So 20%.
Maybe they've gone.
Oh, they've gone?
Yeah. I don't know.
No.
They've gone quiet. Maybe they've taken their glory and run.
Well, hopefully they can decide amongst themselves who wants the discount. So.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
People want them to come online. People want the head to head.
Maybe it's them. Maybe they did log out, but now they're back. They're back to claim their almighty prize.
Oh, someone got a 59.5. Not bad. Not bad. Good job.
Oh, Molly's phone's gone off. Oh no. Couldn't we? You win by default. You still want to hear? Someone still wants to hear the tiebreaker round questions.
Hopefully I've messaged them now because this is
Okay.
Nottingham committee. Woo!
Oh, cool.
Nerves. Pulling through for the win. So hopefully they'll answer me at least.
Okay, we'll give them a few seconds to see if they'll come through. Otherwise, we can always do the tiebreaker round questions and just see what. Yeah,
see what people think about them.
We've got them there.
And then maybe like if they don't want to join, then we can just put the team members' kind of names in a hat and kind of choose that way. Who's going to get the prize if everyone still.
Looks like Molly's trying to get
they've
back.
added the link, so I'll just link them the link.
Okie dokes.
My internet is just a bit slow with all of these streams going.
I'm still impressed by the scores, though. Whoa, it's crazy.
Very much
Everyone
so.
did really good, yeah.
Very impressed. So Molly's trying to get back on. Come on, Molly, you can do it. Love to have you here. Izzy, have you sent Molly the link to be able to?
Yeah, I've sent the link to them all now to come on. So hopefully they'll click on it. And some of them join.
We seem to have a tiny dedicated fan base now, so.
Oh yeah, everyone's feeling, everyone's like hyping you up. So you can't disappoint now, guys. Don't disappoint me.
No pressure. Well, a little bit. Everybody wants you on, but.
Okay, we'll wait maybe like another minute, and then we'll just ask everyone, and we'll just put their names in a hat and see who wins it, or I'll see who wants it, and then put their names in a hat. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Hi guys.
Josh has joined.
Hi, Josh.
Yeah, I think the others are having some trouble getting on.
Yeah, sorry, I sent the link really late for you guys to join. So. I mean, maybe you'll win by default by showing face now.
I love to win by default.
Yeah, you guys did so well. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of the Nottingham committee. Repping us.
This is very confusing.
My sister joined the quiz and she said that she left out of anger because she didn't win.
It's a tough quiz to win. Your sister's ambitious.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, we got some more.
There we go.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, sorry to pressurize everyone. We hope you've not put you on the spot or anything.
Where's the brains? We need the rest of the team.
You guys able to join?
No.
Yeah, I'm just joining now.
The rest of them are really struggling.
Yeah. My browser's not supporting it. I don't think I'll be able to make it.
Should we just start the tiebreaker between you two then? Or do you want to?
Yeah.
You think she's going to
maybe
be able
we could.
Sure, let's go.
Molly's got Molly.
Right. Been trying to desperately get on.
Anyway, guys, for the tiebreaker, you're going to need a pen and paper ready for the tiebreaker. So make sure you've got that.
Goodness me.
Yeah, now you're all competing against each other.
Oh no, we don't like competition. That's such a lie. Fine, Josh, you can win yourself back from the wrong answer you gave earlier.
I'm sorry, okay.
My camera is working.
Oh, it's fine,
That's
Izzy.
all right.
All we need is your voice.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to grab some paper. But start.
Is that the full team?
We're missing Maddie. Did Maddie say she was coming up? Yeah, and I don't know if Ryan's got or not. Yeah, Ryan. Oh, look, Ryan's there.
There we go.
I'm not sure if Maddie was going to come.
Oh, no, Ryan.
Sorry, it's been a bit of a slow process for everyone else who's still watching.
Oh, yes, that's everyone. That's Ryan. Yes, that is everyone.
Hello, sorry about that.
Hello. Amazing. Okay, so if that's everyone, then like I said, all you need is a pen and paper in front of you. basically, like Izzy said, these are like the closest 2 rounds. So you're aiming to get the closest to the number that we're looking for. So once I read the question, you've got 10 seconds to write down your best guess, and then we'll go around. So we'll call each of you, and we'll go around, and you tell us the number, and the person closest to the correct number wins. Okay, so it's best of 3. So are we all good?
All good.
Yeah.
Amazing. Cool.
Sounds good.
So question number 1. What year did the CITES agreement become effective? Countdown starts now. What year did the CITES agreement become effective? Just the closest year. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Right. So we'll start with Molly. Molly, what was your guess?
1995.
Okie dokes. Not bad. Who else have we got? We've got Layla. What was your guess?
1972.
Cool. Josh, your guess?
1974.
1974.
Oh god.
And Izzy? Oh, we still got Izzy? Or we'll move on to Maddie?
I've got 1992.
1992. And then it was our last one. Was it Ryan?
Yeah, I'll go 1998.
1998.
Izzy has commented her answer.
Okay, cool. So we got an answer from Izzy was 1996. So I can now say that the closest was Josh with 1994. And the answer was actually 90. You said 1974. The answer was 1975.
Wow.
So that's a point to Josh. Okay, so we'll head on to question number 2. How many black rhinos are there left in the wild? Oh, no, this might no. How many black rhinos are there left in the wild? Timer starts. Three, 2, 1. Okie dokes. So we'll go back through. We'll start with Molly again.
3,500.
Cool. Layla.
2,500.
Okie dokes. Josh.
5,500.
Oh, we like these 500s, don't we? Izzy, you got type in the comments if you're struggling with your microphone. Maddie.
I've got 2,000.
2,000. And then we've got Ryan.
I'll be really thinking. 1,999.
1,000. Oh, the lowest.
Yeah, there were quite a lot of dark guesses here. Like people obviously don't think that there's that many left, which is very sad.
Pretty low. Okay, so how many black rhinos are there left in the wild? There are, by our, we've had a little look on some different websites, but we've come up with the number of 5,366, which I believe puts Josh again as the closest in that one. Good at guessing, Josh.
Guess everything all the time.
It's all knowledge.
Although we've got 2 out of 3, we'll do the third question anyway, just because we've got all you guys here now. So question number 3 of 3. In kilometres squared, how big is arguably South Africa's most famous national park? How big is Kruger National Park in kilometres squared? How big is Kruger National Park in kilometres squared? I'll start the timer. Give it a good guess. Okay, and time is up. So we'll go back through again. How big do you think Kruger is, Molly?
6,000 meters squared. Oh no, wait, kilometers squared.
Kilometers squared, yeah. Layla?
10,000.
10,000, amazing. It's got a bit of variation here. Josh?
15,000.
Oh, say that again.
15,000.
15,000. Cool. Oh, Izzy's gone for 50,000. Jump up there. Maddie, what have you gone for?
8,000.
8,000. What variation? And then the last one is Brian.
I'll go 30,000.
30,000. Okay. So, how big is Kruger National Park in kilometers squared? The answer is 19,485 kilometers squared. So, I think if I look down my list, does that make Josh closest again?
Yeah.
I love this game.
Guessing skills. Also,
Wow.
like hidden knowledge somewhere.
Crazy.
Well,
Josh.
the winner of our tiebreaker round was Josh. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was fantastic. Some good guessing there. But thank you guys so much for all coming on. That was awesome to have you all.
Love it. Thanks, guys, for hosting. That was fabulous.
Yeah, it's a great quiz.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Go, Izzy.
Who is he?
Wrapping Nottingham. Well, thank you so much for coming along. I think there we are. Well done, guys.
Awesome, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
See you guys.
Bye.
Oh, we've lost Yash.
She's just decided.
She's gone.
So well.
Well, I suppose all that's left for us to say, is Yash coming back, Yash?
Maybe we've
But,
left her.
otherwise, yeah, all that's left for us to say would be thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening. Like I said, if you've got, make sure you've written your team name and your scores in the comments so that we can go back and find the highest scoring team of each university. And yeah, massive thank you to co-hosts Izzy and Yash. Amazing questions written by them. Honestly, all of the creativity came from you guys, so thank you so much for that.
Yeah, and of course, like Roger working in the background. Nobody's got to see anything of him, but he's been clicking away, trying to desperately keep up with us when we speed ahead. So thank you so much for working so hard to organize this and being so good in the background.
Yes, thank you, Roger. Okie doke. So if Yash, if you managed to use Yash, unfortunately, I think we will say, oh, is she back? Yay!
I just like closed it and I was like, oh no, wait, like we're probably staying off for a bit. But yeah, that was really good. I really thought that went good.
Yeah.
Did you guys get a lot of like engagement on your pages?
Ooh. Yeah.